So you are thinking about moving to Canada and you want to know how to prepare for Canadian winter? Let me just be clear about one thing, which is that Canada is an extremely cold country. It is always very, 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 very cold here. Expect to dress warm all the time. No matter what part of Canada you're moving to, even if it is warm Vancouver, just know that cold is only a couple hours away. So head to toe, any part of your body you can think of, like your eyebrows, your hair, your fingernails, your toes, any part of your body that is exposed to extremely cold wind will suffer. Like, it is death when you are freezing cold and something happens. Like, it's just not a pleasant feeling. So make sure you wear a toque, make sure you wear a lot of layers, make sure you get a really warm jacket. So if you are sort of like taking buses and stuff like that, I would heavily suggest getting a longer jacket, like more of a parka length, so that it keeps your legs warm down to your knees. I'm actually pointing at my knees right now, but you can't see what I'm doing. So get like a longer jacket so that more part of your body is warm. If you come from like a place like Mexico or like parts of India that like are closer to the equator, or Australia, make sure you buy your jacket either at a specialty outdoor store, or you wait until you get here and then buy a jacket, because otherwise you're gonna be like, mate, what is up with this? It is so bloody cold. This jacket isn't doing shit for me. It is so bloody cold. You wear the blanket and the hat and the gloves and the arms and the legs and the pants and the socks and the boots and the here and the here and the here and the here. Just cover it all, okay? Otherwise you die. So don't die. What the f, mate? This is not keeping me warm. I just combined like mate and India, right? Mate. And then if you're from Australia, you're gonna be like, what would you say if you're from Australia? The water's ice, mate. What the bloody hell? There is ice everywhere. Whiskey on the rocks, please. Don't worry about being sexy. Don't worry about being fabulous, because that's not gonna give you life. If you're dead, you can't be sexy. So just make sure you can be sexy on the inside with your under your jacket, but as far as your outer layers are concerned, think about necessity and not style. You know what I mean? No, seriously, no matter where you come from, unless you're coming from a country that also has weather like us, you will be very, very cold here. Winter jackets in Canada can go upwards of like $1,000, like $500, $600, $800, $900 are what like people spend on average for a jacket. If you take the bus, if you work outside, if you don't have a car, you're going to want to invest in a good winter jacket. I bought my winter jacket at the military surplus store. So I have one jacket that was under $100, which is like a more like a bomber style. And then I have another one, which is a full parka that goes down to my knees. And like, they were both very, very affordable. One was under $100 and the other one was like around $200. Totally worth it. They're made for minus 40-degree weather, and because they're made for the military, they're extremely versatile. So you can check out your local military surplus store if you're already in Canada, and you might be able to find some really, really bomb diggity gear there. Bomb diggity. Right? Bomb diggity. That's the main thing. And then like, make sure you invest in a good like wool hat or something, or fleece to keep your head warm, keep your face warm, keep your hands warm. You know, some people say mittens are better so your fingers can move around in there as opposed to gloves. I've never had mittens because I find them so hard to use. Like, you're just kind of like with claws and you're like, I don't know how to function, help. So I normally just buy gloves and like I feel okay with it, but my hands tend to always stay in my pockets. This is how I put my hands in my pockets, just like this. It's really, really important that you stay very warm, because like when there is wind chill and there's like cold winds like just blowing everywhere, and you're standing there waiting for your bus and like there's snow everywhere and the bus is delayed by 30 minutes, like when the wind hits your cheeks, it feels like just slaps across the face that are worse than any other thing you've ever experienced. It's literally like, then the only other thing that I would say to you guys is to keep your immune system really, really strong. So the outside of you is nice and warm. Make sure the inside of your body is also like always fed. It's always nice and warm. It's always like strong and prepared, because a lot of people do get sick in Canadian winters too. Like, because the weather fluctuates, the air pressure is different. The air is a little bit more dry on the inside because like of the heat. So you can get a humidifier to like make the heat not like as like drying for you, and you're constantly like picking your nose because you're getting like boogers. But you can get a humidifier that will help, and your skin won't feel as dry, and you're not always like, ugh. So the other thing is, like, back to the point, is to take a really good multivitamin every single day. And on top of that, I would heavily suggest taking zinc, vitamin C, and magnesium. If you are on any medication, or even if you are thinking of taking these vitamins, I would suggest talking to your doctor, because I am not a doctor. This is just sort of my tip as a trainer and something that I've been doing for a long time to keep my body nice and strong. On top of that, make sure you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. If you are eating meat, like you're not a vegetarian, make sure you have a lot of like chicken broth, have a lot of bone broth soup, ginger, garlic. Just keep your body nice and strong and warm, because like winter, like it's not as bad as summer. I think when it's like really, really hot, you can't do anything. Like when you're hot, what do? Take your skin off? No, you're stuck. You're just like, oh, I'm melting. But when it's cold, the good thing is you can bundle up and you can warm up your body. So the better, like, and the higher your body's temperature is, I shouldn't say high, but your body temperature should always be like nice and optimal. Don't like let your body temperature lower down. Don't lose circulation in your body, and like keep your body nice and strong, and you will stay strong through the winter. So don't forget to share this video with anyone who could use it. Hopefully this video helps you out and helps you stay warm through this winter and the next and the next and the next and the next and the next. Until next time, think strong always, and I'll talk to you guys again very soon. Bye!